Hello. So I was just like had a nice thought for an idea for a video the other day, and like I said, I was trying to hard time trying to figure out how to present this, but my thought is like, because in Guild Wars, what I noticed a lot, at least with my guild, I don't want to show like replays, I don't want to call anybody out, but I noticed that a large percentage of the hero fights in my guild that are misses when against other hero teams involve either Yasmin or Ishmael. Those are like the two heroes I see like the most misses with when they are attacking. Like they'll have like an Yasmin on their attacking team or an Ishmael, and I'm starting to wonder like maybe critters are bad. Like we've already talked, like critters are pretty, like I said, are a bit more random because they rely on critical hits to do damage, like the critical hit stat here, Ishmael and Yasmin. I guess this would apply to Artemis or Daredevil, but I never see them like ever. Like nobody plays these heroes, like these heroes crit. Sebastian does buff crit, but he has crit, but he's not really there to. That's not his main source of damage. Sebastian's more of a pure damage dealer. Like he gets damage off other people's crits. Like that's not. Like so, that's not the main reason people play Sebastian. He's there for his defensive abilities more than anything. But when you have like these critical hit chance heroes, like you have to have right. They're unreliable. There's a percentage. And unlike dodge, which is a defensive stat that usually kind of feels like a bonus, the critical hits heroes are so like focused on being able to hit crits reliably to do their damage to actually win that a lot of times critters like like said, a lot of times you'll see like a good critical hit team with like Ishmael or something. They can win, but a lot of times, they will like just randomly not win because they didn't get a kill or whatever. Same thing with Yasmin. Sometimes Yasmin just randomly dies like really quickly, or she doesn't do a lot. Also, it's like her targeting is also based on like the last thing attacked her. Sometimes she doesn't attack the target you need her to in the order you need her to. Like I said, so sometimes she could just be really unreliable, and this is something I've definitely noticed a lot. And sometimes, like I said, I don't really play either of these too much myself, but it is frustrating to see a lot of Guild War losses caused because an Ishmael didn't kill something, or a Yasmin was attacking the wrong target, or it's this one here. Sorry, on the wrong ability, right? The last enemy who attacked her for 3 seconds because right. But a lot of times it's with Axel, so it's you have to like time it. It's really like I said, but if you have multiple heroes attacking at the same time, you have to be good with your timing and just make sure the last hero who hit her is the one you need to attack with her. So you really need to play with manual with her, and some people I don't think understand that. Ishmael is definitely a lot more auto battle, but even then she has to get her critical hits, or she will not do pure damage. Like her ability to do pure damage, she does a lot of pure damage so long as she does crits. Like this puts on those poison counters. So if she's not hitting her crits, then she's not putting on her poison counters, so that will greatly hurt her damage. So she ends up being a bit reliable. She does have dodge as well, which also like sometimes she fails the dodge. Like sometimes like even with Aurora, like you'll miss your dodge rolls and you will lose because you had really bad dodge rolls. That is something that happens, but Aurora is so strong. Like it's that you're not too worried about. Like so the times that the dodge helps you win is a lot more often the times it helps you lose. Whereas crit seems to be the other time like. Whereas crit seems to lose you more like a lot of times. Whereas like rather than winning, it just seems like it has a much higher chance. And Yasmin being both the dodge and crit hero, it has like the worst of both worlds. So she's very, very random. So I think that really hurts her. It's just one of those things I've observed. Like I said, I didn't want to do like the replays from the Guild War because I hadn't asked the people. I didn't want to call anybody out for this. But I do feel like these heroes can be unreliable. Because of the critical hits. Sometimes they don't happen when you need them to, and if you really need a secure kill, the critical hits can let you down. This is, I like said, right, with like most abilities, they do a set amount of damage, and that's how they work. With critters, sometimes they do the damage you need them to, sometimes they don't, and it sucks when they don't. Whereas like the tank heroes, like they're still mitigating damage. Like I said, they still like the dodge heroes, they still are doing other things. They're still doing damage. Like your fights aren't won or lost as much if they fail their dodge rolls. It sucks they fail their dodge rolls. Sometimes you can lose fights that way, but it's not as important as with the crit heroes. Like it's a very different world. It's something I've definitely noticed. I mean, a lot of times you can even run like say a hero like Aurora without Kane as your patron. Like say you're using her with a Yasmine, you'll put a different pet on Aurora, and then Kane on Yasmine. Same thing if you're on Aurora Dante. Like a lot of times you can, like I said, Aurora will still be very good without Kane. Still be a very good tank. Whereas, like the crit heroes, like if they're not doing crits, they really fail to impress. Like let's just say it, put it that way. Anyway, like I said, just kind of my thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.